Hey guys, it's Frankie-Lou. I'm here on a glorious spring day at the Mountainside Homestead where I am doing a little bit of maintenance because I'm not going to be here for a week and I want to ensure that my jugs that you see here are going to be okay while I'm gone because guess what? We're getting snow in a few days. So I need to ensure that all of my jugs are well watered and ready for a little bit of cold weather that's coming soon. We're getting to 16 degrees today. It's lovely. As you can hear, the birds and the ducks are loving it too. But that weather is still going to shift, and we're going to expect that for several more weeks. I'm making this video today because I'm noticing that a lot of you are seeing germinating in your jugs and you're getting really excited. And I know there might be an urge to open your jugs. But actually, I would not recommend doing that for some time. I tend to not open my jugs until it's almost time to plant them in the garden because while it's a glorious day today, we're still going to get sub-zero temperatures, and these jugs can handle some sub-zero temperatures, but they can't if they're open, right? So the whole point of this milk jug, after the cold stratification that helps with germination, is to act like a mini greenhouse to trap the heat and humidity in here during the day. And that helps to protect your, especially if you have them grouped together and they're all blocked together in an insulating group, that helps to protect your little seedlings from some of those temperature shifts and the cooler weather that's coming. I'm still going to have some snow here. I'm not worried about it because I have been doing this for a lot of years, and I've done thousands and thousands of jugs over the years, and I've learned to just not be quite as stressed about fussing with them much. But maintenance is important. We're not talking about daily maintenance. Honestly, I usually check these once a week once they've started germinating, and I'm going to show you what we do here. Basically, what you want to do to see if it's time to water your jug, if your jug is frozen in the ground, you're not watering the jug because nothing's happening. You don't have to worry about it. But once the snow has melted in your region and you're noticing some germination, it's time to start lifting those jugs and seeing if they're heavy. If they're heavy, they don't need watering. If they're starting to feel light, they do. I've noticed there's definitely a correlation between germination and how stuff gets lighter, but that makes sense because those plants are starting to use the water in the soil, right? So this is heavy. I don't need to worry about it. But this echinacea, which still hasn't popped, okay? But it is light, and I don't want this to get too light. Now that there's no snow encasing it, I'm going to water these. Now, I know a lot of folks like spray nozzle and spray inside. I find that can be a little bit harsh because what happens is you almost get inundation on the inner edges of the jug and too much water in one area and not enough in the middle. So that is why I always recommend bottom watering. It's not hard to do. Oh, I'm going to fill this basin with water. And I'm going to start placing jugs in there until they start to feel heavy again. It's really not rocket science, but it is super important that you pick up each jug independently, because if you just look in there, you might see a dark surface and think, oh, that's still wet. You might see condensation on the lid and think, oh, there's still plenty of humidity in there. But I'm often surprised at what looks like it's going to be heavy is light and vice versa. So it is kind of important that we do this weekly lifting up of the jugs. Still far less work than doing daily checks on indoor seedlings and potting up, and it's well worth it. Light, heavy. They were right next to each other. So it's really important you do that individual lifting. I'm going to work away at here, and then I'll be right back. This basin here can take several jugs at once. I'm filling it up so that, and once they start to sink and they're taking on water, I'll take them out. It's really not hard. Don't leave them in too long. Don't let them get waterlogged. Making sure that your seedlings are well watered is going to help to keep them strong. Keeping them strong is going to help them deal with some of the temperature changes that we still have coming our way. So the timer that I set for 5 minutes has gone off, and I'm going to check on these jugs. As you can see, there's some more waiting to get into the basin. So far, I'm looking at about 3/4 germination rate with my jugs. There's some that haven't come up yet. Not worried about it. Okay, they're going to come up when they're supposed to come up. And I noticed about 1/3 of them need watering. So I'm only watering those that need the watering, that are starting to feel light. And after 5 minutes, yeah, you can see they've taken on a good amount of water. That's going to absorb up. And that's going to keep this jug healthy and ready to deal with some of those harsher elements that we're going to see over the next week. I'm now going to just pull these ones out, get another batch going, set it for 5 minutes, and I can keep doing that throughout the day. Even if I have hundreds of jugs, I can just do that throughout the day, setting timers and checking on them. Now, I've also noticed some other folks are asking, is it too late? It's currently April 19th here at the Mountainside Homestead, and I'm hoping to get several more jugs out today. It might be a little late to start some of those hardy perennials because I'm looking at 4 to 5 weeks to last frost. And some of the hardy perennials need a longer amount of time for that cold stratification to go on, but it's not too late to do my cold hardy veggies, and my tender stuff. Like if you've got some lettuces that are up and looking good now, and you're thinking, oh, those are going to be ready to go in the ground when you would normally prepare your garden, what you would do is wait a couple weeks and set up another jug of lettuce so that those will be ready to go in the ground 3 or 4 weeks later than the ones, and you can have your succession planting. Sometimes with things like that, I do succession planting throughout, even the summer months, with some of my veggies. It's just a great way to keep the harvest going as long as possible. So I'm going to keep going here. Please don't hesitate to send any questions my way that you have. It's almost time to unroll some of my carrot snugs in the greenhouse, and so I'll be sure to demo that for you. If you're wondering how to use the snugs, because I neglected to demo that last year, I'm sorry, but this year we got lots to work with, and we'll soon start to see our results of what is better, a jug or a snug, for all the various things that I'm planting this year. Keep those questions coming, because it does keep me creating content that you need to see, and as always, I hope you'll take this chance to grow together today. Have a good one.